Ladies and gentlemen, the third stage of the Addassari Vocal Artistry Competition, and there's Claudia Wiska here with us, Maestra Claudia Wiska, one of the members of the jury. Hello.
Thank you for having me.
This is a very interesting competition, I think. What do you think about it? Do you see any difference between that competition and other competitions that you know?
Well, first of all, I must say that I've known about this competition for many, many years. It is one of the most important competitions in the whole world for vocalists. What I am pleasantly surprised about is that it has a category also for leader, for songs. And that makes, for me, this competition very special because it's not only for opera singers or singers who sing oratorio, but also dedicate their artistic abilities also to songs.
The other thing that is obligatory in the second stage, or during the whole competition, is singing something by a Polish composer. What do you think about Polish composers, about Polish music?
Well, I've had Polish pianists in Vienna where I've been teaching, and Polish repertoire is not new to me. It's always wonderful to be able to come to a competition where you can hear so many different Polish songs or arias, and it's amazing music and wonderful music, and the contestants who have participated this time around have really done well for your composers.
The other thing I ask almost everyone from the jury is this need to sing Mozart in the first stage. Why do you think it's so important for young singers to sing Mozart and for you to listen to them singing this composer?
Well, I think that Mozart is one of the most difficult composers to sing. It also shows if someone's voice is very healthy and if they do have a good vocal technique. And so I think that that was mostly one of the reasons why it should be on the category, because it is so, it takes so much concentration and good technique. And I know that the lady before, who's unfortunately passed on, Lazarska, Helena Lazarska, she taught many, many years in Vienna, and she had a special dedication also to Mozart.
What do you mostly pay attention to while listening and looking at those young singers during the competition?
Well, one of my pet peeves about singing is intonation. For me, someone can have a beautiful voice, they can have a certain personality on the stage, but if the intonation is not good, for me that is a definite minus in their presentation.
And what do you think are the, because you have a huge view because of your experience about how the world is changing and how the world for young singers has changed throughout the years. What do you think is the biggest change since the times where you were the beginner and today?
Oh, that is a difficult question. I believe a lot has changed also since COVID, because that has taken a wider scope from many young singers away. Getting around, moving, and time was taken away from their building their careers. I would say the difference nowadays is that often singers have to be more well-rounded, more their category. Earlier when I was singing, you sort of had a certain voice category that you were put in and you could sing your whole repertoire. Now you're asked to cross over to maybe a heavier or a lighter repertoire than what you thought you were going to be when you studied.
And if you could give one most important advice for young singers, what would it be? Today. Today's world, yes.
To always keep consulting a good voice teacher, I think. I think many students think that when they are finished with their university or their Hochschule, that they think that they can go out and do it on their own. And I don't. I think it's very important to have control with another set of good ears.
And the last question would be about you. Can you tell us what brought you to music? What brought you to singing from New York to Vienna, to that world of classical music?
My parents were both musicians. My mother sang with the Metropolitan Opera touring company. My father was a Juilliard graduate who played under Toscanini later as a violinist. And so I was brought up with music Fritz Chrysler Records on Saturday was a must at our house, and then I fell in love with Anna Moffo when I was a young singer, a young teenager actually, and my parents brought me to the Metropolitan, and I wanted to find her teacher because she was the reason I wanted to become a singer. And I did find her teacher, and she was in Philadelphia, Duselina Giannini. And after that, I had a Fulbright scholarship to Vienna, and then I had got an agent, and then just things went from there. And after singing more than 2,000 performances. I was also teaching at the same time as I was singing, and at some point teaching became more important to me than singing or continuing to sing, and so the balance sort of changed.
But I can see you still enjoy all those things, so I think we can wish everybody, all the young contestants, this type of enjoyment.
Yes, for sure.
Career.
You have to have a calling to either be a singer or to be a teacher, and there's nothing more wonderful than being in the world of music.
That's right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.